Well, I think we're ready to start recording. We started recording?
Yep.
Okay. So we're starting a few minutes late, but that's okay. We'll do the roll
We'll make up
call.
for it.
I'm Linnea Madison on Lake Park Drive.
Matt Brownell, Lake Park Drive.
Dana Day, Lark Street.
Dave Congeser, City of Tumwater.
Lloyd Patience, Lake Park condominiums.
Doug Gill, Lake Park Drive. Rusty Weaver, Lake Terrace Drive.
Marissa Parvin, Lake Park Condos.
Jody Keys, Daisy Lane.
Sherry McCaffrey, Daisy Lane.
Okay, and then we have Kathy excused tonight. She's out of town. And Tom is also unavailable.
Good. You know who took the picture of the dog deer? Did Tom?
Okay, so did everyone
Right.
get a chance to look at the agenda and do we have any changes or additions? I guess we don't have Scott. I take it with for architect.
No, but I did get a recent email from him, so he's still recovering from knee surgery.
Oh,
So, and he did give me a name for somebody that will be conducting the treatments this season, so I'll pull that up on my.
so that will happen by the end of May, right?
That's the plan,
Because the water's still quite full.
yes.
They can get in, into our end.
The treatment will likely be in June for the bladder wart, and then a bit later in the summer for the white water lily, utilizing a drum. They're gonna do the.
Oh, I guess that zone was on.
We want to do a formal update with the under 7D.
70, yeah, I'll hit it then, for sure.
Nothing else to add or to change. Okay, and did everyone look at the meeting minutes from the March meeting?
No, we count on Kathy.
I know, this is when we need Kathy.
Kathy for that. Funny.
Sorry if I keep looking at my phone, I'm waiting for a message.
Okay, well, shall we approve the minutes as written? Motion to.
Pending Kathy Peterson's input.
I know, well, I would assume that if she had
She would have.
input, she
would
would
have
have given it to us already, so probably okay.
Motion to approve as written.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that meeting minutes. Moving on to public comment. And I think Doug Gill is our member of the public tonight.
I'm a member, only with a member.
Well, public meaning someone, well, that's true. We've gone over this before.
Yeah, it's the LMD, so if you remember the LMD, then you're considered a member, but there is a public option if folks from outside the LMD want to go up.
Oh,
Writing on it, we could.
okay.
Oh,
So since we don't have any members of the public, we move on to member comment.
Yeah, next time I'm ready to come. I have some property, 1226 Lake Park Drive. I wanted since they first authorized that back in 1997. I've had it, never improved it, been sitting there as is. Neighbors know it, with my permission, been that way since day one. I have lakefront property, but for over 20 years, we have had vegetation put in my property, and that's illegal to put vegetation in the wetland buffer, is that correct?
It depends on the situation, but yeah, most likely it would probably be some sort of a wetland code violation that, you know, our planning department would need to follow
Well,
with.
For 20 years, I've had vegetation put on my property for longer than that at this point in time. And so I'm selling the property. I need to get that moved out. So I just need to do, I understand is, I need to report this to the proper authorities, and some policing authority will come in there, take a look at the situation and assess it from there. Because right now, I don't think I can sell that property with all that vegetation on it. From this wetlands, from gardens and stuff like that.
where is the?
So who's putting
1226 Lake Park Drive.
Where's that?
It's the lot between mine and Chuck and Kelly's.
Oh,
Somebody's putting stuff.
oh,
So if you have a code
Oh.
compliance issue, you,
It's not really an easy thing. but-
yeah, you need to take that up with the code
I'm
compliance.
telling people it's happened for 20-some years. The lake has been, we're contaminated from this vegetation that's gone off my property onto the lake.
Okay,
It's not my fault, I didn't ever allow that to be there. Recently, I found out about it, said something about it for 20-some years ago, that vegetation was put there. And, it's been just contaminated like ever. I don't go there very often, just come by, drive by, take a look at it. And this stuff is covered up over there, so.
okay, yeah, I'd refer you to our community development department. They do wetland type follow-up stuff like that.
I've been told that I need to do is go report the stuff up there, say we'll come out there, policemen will come out there and take a look at it and see what the problems are and go from there. So,
Yeah.
cause that's one of the things I have on that, so I wanna let people know about that. I'll be back again with public comment after I sell that property, next week, you have a walk around, right? That's the next time.
oh, in the summer.
September.
Yeah, but next time you have a meeting, I'll let you know how it occurred and how things happened on that property, so get that cleaned out, so. That's been like that since I've had it, I bought that, let's sit
But it's never been built on.
I know, I wanted to build her, but my wife said she loves mosquitoes, love her, so.
But there aren't any mosquitoes hardly on the lake.
Not
It's
hardly
not that
anymore.
bad.
And it's not up where we are.
Yeah.
No, the swallows
I'd never seen
take care of the mosquitoes.
No, not very, not any worse than anywhere else.
Yeah, I want to build her, but I've overruled, so.
So yes,
Funny how that works.
I would start with our community development department. Do you want their phone number?
I can find her, I work for, I go there quite often for I built another house, so I go there. Now, are they down there? Which, are they first floor, second floor, where they were?
They are on the right there in the lobby. If you go in,
Tammy,
yeah, Tammy and Alex,
yeah, okay,
they could probably help you from there
okay,
on what to do with that issue you got going on.
okay, and now. Al Carlson, he's the inspector guy for guy, did it.
Al Christensen is our building official, so yeah, he does fire and building inspections.
Okay. Thank you.
Moving on to general business and the work plan.
So yeah, so I updated this recently. The work plan and operating budget went before council a few weeks ago. So that was good. As far as I know, everything was fine with that. So they approved our work plan and operating budget. The steering committee vacancies, there are none.
I get first.
Wow.
That is a
That
first.
is.
That'd be a-
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
amazing. So.
Right.
We did the newsletter assignments, everybody got their stuff in and we got a newsletter out, so that's great. We reviewed some of the monitoring program SOPs. I've got 2 new inspectors or field technicians on this summer and they are doing a lot of the monitoring around the city, so might not be a need for volunteers, but I'll keep you all posted if that's the case. We just ordered bottles and things like that from the lab, so we can do this, the sampling. And then we did distribute the LMD newsletter via that went out with the assessments, and I think it also went out through Constant Contact. We got email with that one as well, so there we are, we're into the May fun stuff, so we're right on track for everything this year. Kind of a double duty here with 2 screens, it's kind of nerve-wracking. All right. We'll go back up here to the agenda. So any questions on the work plan as of now? fairly routine from here on out as far as what we got going on with treatments and sampling and things like that. Move on to the budget. So the budget, we carried over from 2025, we carried over $15,000 for the IVAMP update. So that was a change. Since we didn't get that done last year, we're gonna start that process this year. So that was one of the updates. We haven't really spent any money yet, so nothing really to show there. See, we had have this all figured out. No, I don't. I think we had some carryover from last year. I think that was, yes, here's the $53,707. We have an estimated $22,000 coming in from this year's assessments, and that should be leaving us with about $75,000. We have expenses of 44,500 or so. So that should leave us at the end of the year with about $30,000. So that's kind of how I interpret that. And that's if the Aquatechnics bill comes in at 17,000. We have lab services at 7,500 and the IVAMP at 15,000. Some of those things are probably going to change. We've consistently seen Aquatechnics and Northwest Aquatic Ecosystems come in under budget, so it's always kind of been a good thing for us. And so
It's a rare experience.
I know. But I think it came in a little bit under budget last year. Aquatechnics did, so I don't know if we want to anticipate that, but we could see that again in this year's cycle as well. Any questions on the budget? Okay. Move it right along. My goodness, folks. Hey. Back up.
Next up was the muck pellets.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's talk about muck.
Muck biotic.
Oh.
Yeah, so that muck biotic product is essentially a bacteria that will eat the muck at the bottom of the lake.
Is there muck on the lake? Did you guys find any?
It comes up to about.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes, there is some. We've got some, if you needed it. We have some over on our side.
Great for the garden.
You know, it really is. It's fertile.
Fertilizer.
Yeah, so let me see if I can find his real quick, bear with me. I was just gonna see if I could find his Scott's estimate, because it did get floated around a little bit.
6,500 or something.
Seven.
It says 7,000.
Muck biotic estimate.
Yeah.
Like a lot more.
Yeah, I think originally we thought, oh, it's actually kind of manageable. It wouldn't be too bad.
And
Okay, let's go.
also, unless I missed it, he really didn't quantify how much he would be applying or what size of an area he would be
It
covering.
was just like in the front of,
But he didn't say whether it was a 10-foot by 10-foot section or 100 feet by 100 feet.
But it was gonna be over at your place, right?
Mhm. That was the idea.
yeah, where he launches. How much does it cost if we just went and bought it and just took the boats out and drove it?
Well, I checked on, here we go. I guess it wasn't an attachment.
I mean,
Product itself.
Wasn't his bid on that pretty expensive?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot more than we thought.
yeah.
I think we penciled it out, and it was almost twice as much as we originally anticipated. What did you find? Matt?
I think so. I found an email with a bunch of PDFs on it.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Oh, half acre. So in this email, he's saying.
Was it half acre?
That wasn't on his.
If you calculate the whole like.
Well, a half acre,
Well, that's
that's a
not
good
very
amount.
big.
Huh?
Half acre isn't very big.
No, it's not very big, but it is. I'll take a half acre at my side.
Yeah.
remember the,
But also, didn't he kind of temper expectations? He said it's only gonna reduce the muck a couple inches. It's not going, I think half of what it muck.
Stated it would cause more like of a increase
Oh,
of.
okay, 2 to 4 a month. Well, that's-
Like warming in the lake or something.
Yeah.
there's all docs.
Look, somebody's knocking on the door.
Yeah, it has to be like 3s or something for it to work. So you do.
Squeeze it on.
Oh, about like trash on or something.
It was a disease.
Right.
Whoa.
Coming at you, Rusty.
Oh.
You have to sit on the floor. You have to sit on the floor.
More prepared with this estimate it's somewhere, but yeah, it was, I can keep digging on my other screen.
Is it something that we need to have done this year? or-
That's a maybe, right?
Well, in all reality, we don't need to do it at all.
I see.
Why am I, where's my
It
screen?
just seemed like such a wonderful idea,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
you know, it would be just so wonderful.
Kind of magic, but the muck pellets, and you saw the bid.
Okay.
How
Why
big.
am I-
So it's not the way you use your desktop.
Hey.
I think I may have shut this off. Oh, there we are. Okay.
Also asked if we could do our own spreading as a test.
Yeah, that one I'm not sure about. I was looking at our permit. It doesn't specifically say we can't, but there is some. I would like to have a recommendation from a licensed applicator to
Yeah.
do stuff like that, to be honest. So I'm a little bit leery about doing that ourselves.
Is it pellets?
I think it's pellets, yeah.
But it's live.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the mosquito dunks you see?
Yeah, yeah.
It's essentially that same type of product. It's
Oh.
just a throw it in the water and it kind of activates and the bacteria starts to dump down on that. But doing that, it also consumes your dissolved oxygen. So that's another thing we don't want to make sure that we're monitoring for. But yeah, I mean, our first go around, I don't know if I'd want to just say, let's go for it. And not have any type of oversight from a licensed applicator.
How can we stop it?
Stop.
What if you did it, put it out there, how do you stop it? Have you talked to the people, other people had it done at the lakes, have you talked to them? They've had it done?
No, we haven't. Scott, our contractor's done it before at different lakes though. So
Okay.
he's used it before.
But I mean, it gets full. Right? I mean, it doesn't just keep going.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's not
I don't think it repeats or anything like that, so. That's a good question. I don't know how it, you know, the temperature thing, when the water gets a certain temperature, does it die off? I don't know.
I don't want it coming up my lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you-
Are there other contractors besides this one we talked to?
This is who we have on contract right now, with us, is the Aquatechnics.
And how long have we had them?
They're actually, their contract's up at the end of this year.
But they've been, what, we're on 2 years?
They have a 3-year contract, so it's the end of this year, yeah.
Once I passed away, correct? They used to have the right stuff, especially the one that came in after that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so,
I know.
so Patrick and I talked a little bit about it, and we kicked it around a little bit with some of the LD folks, and we thought it might be a good idea to table this idea until we, being that we're gonna be renewing a new contract here soon, and that might be a better time to think about doing something like this, so we can wrap it into the actual scope of work and get it, you know, get the budget in line with it and everything else, so.
So are we gonna be looking at other people, maybe to other companies?
Well, the way that works is we put it out it's a request for qualifications. And we'll just see who comes to us.
That's
Such as
what I can contact.
So Aqua, is it Aquatech? Aquatechnics, so they don't have any priority.
No, it's
It's an open thing.
Open competitive, unless we wanted to renew the contract. So when we can just renew the.
So we can renew the contract without interviewing.
Aquatechnics was the only one that responded to our last one.
I see.
So there's that too. I mean, you could, and then, yeah, but if somebody's, you want to explain a little bit what you experienced with this person?
Well, the guy that approached me used to work for Doug, and this company bought some of Doug's equipment. And if I can find the card, and I know the name Steelhammer from Rochester, Steelhammer Farms. But anyway, this is the card. It's Kyle Steelhammer, and they do lake management, but they didn't know about.
Yeah, it happened pretty fast.
It happened so fast. So I just think we need, when the time comes, let them, I wanted to find out if they're taking, on any new projects. But I didn't want to step over anybody's,
They're in Rochester.
It's Northwest Aquatic Management. And I know the name, but I don't know much about the company or anything, but anyway, I just thought that we need to maybe, yeah. So when the time comes, I'd like to call and if they would, yeah. Because I don't know how the bidding process and where it went out.
Yeah, it usually just goes out through our channels through the city, and folks can respond to it if they're queued into that RFQ process, they get an alert.
Oh,
And so, but if they're not, then
then they
we have to,
write
let them know.
And I remember that when we did it, it was
Real
somewhat
fast.
rushed because we lost Doug the next year.
Rochester, New York, not Rochester here.
No, that's a different Rochester.
Oh, okay.
Not in Rochester.
I've done that.
Local,
with,
down Little Rock Road.
yes.
To make sure.
I put in Rochester.
When I was putting that in, it
New York,
was like, putting it in New York, I'm like,
2,800 miles.
yeah. Oh, thank you.
I did find his estimates, so let me see if I can pull that up.
I remember it was the sticker shock. I didn't.
Yeah, me too. You start doing the math and it was like, oh, I don't know
I
about
just
this.
immediately closed it.
Yeah.
Was it
Same
for
reaction.
only the test? Or was this for the whole lake?
No, it would just be for essentially in front of,
Shouldn't be that much.
why is this attachment not showing up?
It was really just for in front of the boat launch at Dana's.
Mhm.
And he
Big
didn't
board
have it in the
was fine,
estimate,
so
but he apparently later clarified it would be half an acre.
This is just, yeah, so it's bugging me now. I can't find it, so I'm sorry again. Actually, here it is, wait. Let me just read it to you, how's that? This will be way easier. Okay, so the estimate came in, it says, during our management at Barnes Lake, we found the bottom sediment of the lake were soft in multiple areas. Due to this, we recommended the addition of beneficial bacteria that would help break down the organic materials that are at the bottom of the lake. This would occur around the boat launch area. This would be completed monthly once water temperatures reach 55 degrees for best results regardless of growth. In addition, the water will need to have stopped flowing out of the lake prior to the initial application. During each visit, sediment depths will be taken to monitor the reduction. We are aiming to reduce the muck depth by 2 to 4 inches per year. The following costs associated with each task proposed for Barnes Lake. So it's gonna be a once a month application, so this would be per application, probably 5 to 6 applications. Muck biotic application near boat launch, would be $970 per application.
Whoa.
Monitoring would be $180 per application. And then mobilization would be about $300 per visit. So, so you times all that by about 6. And that's what the cost would be that we really haven't budgeted for, in our.
What, $9,000, something like that? And now, can we, anybody use that boat launch at any time?
No, it's on her property.
So I can't go there and launch my boat.
No.
So what's this for? Just for city of Tumwater to put the boat out there and take a look?
For the contractor to access the lake, yeah.
Okay, I used to go through my property years ago, but that's been a long time ago, so.
So that would, yeah, just be for your property, Dana, just to get the boat in and out.
And to get 4 inches of.
How much would it cost to dredge the whole lake?
No.
Oh,
But
we talked about that
Yeah.
years ago.
Years ago.
But also remember, and this, actually, this kind of leads into the next topic, the Aquatechnics, update is that they're gonna be able to do the initial treatment in June when lakes levels high enough to get a boat in and out and not worry about the muck. The second application is gonna happen towards September and they're gonna do it by drones. They don't need to get a boat in the water. So
Well, the drone is happening.
that's what.
Was last we heard it wasn't.
Yeah, it's kind of an off and on and off and on. So if we're using a drone during the low levels season of the lake, we don't really need to have this application done at the boat launch because there's no need to put a boat in. So, so there's that piece of it too.
But I thought we wanted to do a test first before we commit to.
This would be the
Well,
test.
that's the test and it's
Both.
outrageous.
The second application.
Yeah,
No.
you have to keep bumping it.
Yeah,
That leads me to believe the answer to your question is if they have to keep bumping it every month,
Yeah,
that does die off.
So we do this for this little section over there. Are we talking about doing it for everybody else around the lake or just that one section to launch a boat?
For now, it'd be just the one section to launch the boat because it affects water quality in a negative way if we do it lake wide. So we can't do that. It'll kill all the fish, kill everything in the lake, basically.
or can we afford it, I think.
Yeah.
Or it's, yeah.
And it's just not gonna make a dent in the
No.
situation if it only removes 4 inches of muck.
So that's the long and short of it.
It's a nice idea. Well,
Mhm. It sounded so good to begin
put
with.
that in the category with the helicopter item.
Probably.
Watch out for the power lines.
Yeah.
I've been it for a long time, but
I got drenched.
Farmers Lake condominium, you have a chance to launch a boat down on the side there. Have you ever talked to those people anymore? No?
Not really a way to,
Okay.
because we have a lot of cattail along our shoreline.
Well, we used to, this is 40 years ago when I lived over.
Well, we used to have a dock, but we have no dock anymore.
Okay, that, okay, so you've been there for a long time, okay.
Okay. so
Yeah.
What's the general Aquatechnics update? Scott's-
So yeah, so the math on that was $8,700. General update from Scott is, I'll just read this email, his last email from May 7th. Braden will be in charge of doing the application, he's not an Aquatechnics employee. But he will still oversee scheduling and everything else. He says, I have you guys on the list to have the survey and drones, the survey and drone survey done this month. So there's still gonna be a general survey of the lake. The treatment will likely be in June for the bladderwort and a bit later in the summer for the white water lily utilizing a drone. So he's still healing up from the surgery. That's what I got. So everything should go forward still this year, even though he's not gonna be on the lake himself. Not sure what type of boat they're gonna launch or anything like that.
Or they're gonna, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice so that
And he
everybody knows.
backs it in, right?
Yeah,
At least the lake is full. Well, I guess that's the
Mhm.
next,
Gone
that's the
down.
next topic.
Pretty
Definitely
full.
gone
It's
down.
pretty,
yeah.
maybe nice.
Eve, could you just go over that again, the treatment plan? I know, so in June,
Yeah,
bladder wart.
June bladderwort, so that's gonna be the submersible
Mm-hmm.
application for and throughout the water column. It's most likely gonna be a diquat, or I forget what he calls it. And then
That's a matter of water temperature, right?
essentially, yeah, you gotta wait for the plant to emerge so you can treat it, and that's usually around that 60 degree.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That much?
And then later in the year, the white water lily, he'll do a topical application, surface application to get the plants that have emerged, and that way the plant, after it's done flowering, I think Patrick's explains a little bit too, it after it's done flowering, it utilizes its energy to grow its roots, and so when you hit that at that time with that herbicide, then it will, it's supposed to, in theory, kill the plant at the root, and that's what we want, so.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to do that in the right season. So June for bladderwort,
Mhm.
and then later in the summer, probably August, September-ish for the white water lily.
And is that the drone?
That's the drone.
Okay, so there's two treatments that are gonna happen. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Thanks.
But I mean, there's gonna be the June one,
The June
and
one.
then there'll be later in the summer,
Yeah,
August or.
but it's the same thing.
it's a different application. It's a different chemical.
We know it is.
Because they're treating two different things.
Yeah,
And the survey is gonna happen before all of that, so the survey should happen soon-ish, and that's where I think he's gonna fly the drone for that as well, and just, observe the vegetation cover and, things of that nature, so, that's the plan.
What about, people going to the lake, during the applications here and stuff like that? Is there a certain period of time you're not supposed to go into it? And
Yeah.
Were we notified about that? Cause if I sell this property, I gotta tell them full disclosure of what's going on, so.
Yeah, they're required to post that at the property, before the application.
You posted the property. I don't see one by my property. When we post it, one place around the lake or what?
They put it on a little
I don't,
post.
I don't think they do post it on vacant lots, so that might be worth asking them if they could do that. Cause I've never seen them post one.
Did you get one at your place?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
check
we
with
all-
Kelly.
yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
But they come from the boat and they put it down right down by the water. I
Yeah.
didn't see it until later, but I know.
Yeah,
I liked it better, honestly, when they delivered to our front
to the
door.
door.
Cause
Yeah.
I didn't
That
see
was,
for days later,
Oh.
that one was sticking down at the end of my yard.
dog went in the water and I saw
Yeah.
that sign, I went, oh no.
I think that was just Doug.
Yeah,
way of doing
but-
it.
But I
He
think
drove around.
the warning itself really only says don't use it for irrigation or drinking, I think, for a day.
I think.
Does it have a swimming
I think it's,
provision?
it used to.
Yeah.
No, I think-
Water, it depends on the chemical too.
Yeah, cause
Well,
otherwise
in a-
would have ignored
in a
it.
pinch.
Yeah, right.
It would have to be a
Oh, yeah.
reason.
Right, my kid goes in the water, it's hot.
Water out for your face.
yeah.
I'll drink it.
I honestly haven't,
Drink out of the toilet.
I haven't seen the notification, what it says, so you guys will, I know better than me, what that looks like. Just trying to find one, but I'm not sure if
I'll save it next time. I never thought to do that.
yeah.
You should just throw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're not going swimming, you're not drinking out of it.
yeah.
People are swimming though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, there were 4 different watercraft with people on them.
Really?
Was it not last weekend, but the weekend?
The hot one, my son had my son who never went on the lake the whole time growing up. Finally, he decides he's 20 that he wants to be on the lake and he had his friends over and they had a blast.
Which son?
Right.
Really? He and some of his buddies were out swimming?
Mm-hmm. And they had the paddle boards and kayaks
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
That's must have been the very saw then.
Yeah.
We were out like right before, we had some friends over, so we were out there with like 3 boats.
Uh,
Yeah, and then I saw the whole group, yeah. it was a bunch.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Over our
crowded,
stuff, or we're
actually.
Or was my like party boat invite?
Any questions on the Aquatechnics update I can relay to Scott or anything like that? More than happy to. If something comes up, just let me know as well. We can,
Hope his knee gets better. and
Yeah.
He does the work. It's brutal, but essential.
yes, it is.
And he's young
Yeah,
to be doing this. Wow.
I did my right knee twice, so yes, that's absolutely.
It's replaced?
The ACL, yeah.
Oh, no, but not the
whole
joint.
knee, but it's
Oh,
the whole ACL. That he's doing
Did you-
ACL.
Oh, he's doing ACL.
That's a long
Oh,
rehab.
okay. So it's not a replace.
No, just the ACL replacement, but it is pretty grueling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he'll be out for months.
The knee is an amazing joint. I mean, it's,
A lot going on there.
yeah. Some people think they could have done better engineering. God could have done better, you know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an amazing joint.
Mhm.
Lake level, looking good.
Lake level's looking good.
Oh,
Mine is, maybe it's just in my yard, maybe it's tilt, the lake's tilted. But I mean, it's gone down like this much.
yeah, it's down,
I
yeah.
think it was
I think it was-
over full, wasn't it, for a little while? Like,
Very brief.
yeah.
In
like-
December, for sure.
When it-
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it touched a little bit above the normal level here for a brief second. But you can kind of see these trends over the summer. It just gets lower and lower and lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last summer was really low.
Yeah. This summer, everything I'm reading said this is gonna be pretty
They
brutal.
said
this summer.
it's the 4th year that Washington is staked as the whole is in a drought.
Yes,
Yeah.
drought. Again, for the
At
fourth
least
year.
the lake is starting out high, at least it's starting out full, cause it
Yeah.
didn't, well, barely.
It was weird. It was last week, I was poking around over by Aaron and Kathy's place. We had, it's all
That's not
connected.
weird.
and-
Yeah.
It wasn't weird like that, but it was, we had this algae bloom down in Tumwater Valley where that whole neighborhood area discharges down towards the golf course. And there was this
Okay.
big algae bloom down there. And we were thinking, what the heck's going on? We've never seen that down there before.
Where, in the river?
It eventually ends up in the river, yeah.
We have some on our end too, like clumps of floating algae.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it that kind? The clumpy?
No, it was a brown, almost orangish. And so we didn't know what it was. And so we thought, well, it's gotta be some sort of nutrients that's entering the system somewhere. And so I was walking around, the stormwater system trying to find out where it was coming from. I didn't know Kathy had a neighbor has goats. I didn't know that. That's kind of interesting.
Kathy Peters?
Oh, yeah.
There's
Maybe
goats in
that-
there.
Goats in the city?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right next to you guys, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's Bill's old place and
On the lake?
It's on, yeah, they're on the lake. Well, the goats
Well,
are on
they
the
don't-
porch.
They don't
they
have
don't
like
have
that.
like, they don't.
I've never
they're
heard.
properties.
Oh, they're there. They're
Oh, okay.
away from the lake property.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's right
just
next to
above
those-
the lake, and then there's another lot down there, one lot, and a house.
Yeah.
down there.
It's just by
But
those
yeah, they
little
have
condos.
goats, chickens, ducks,
Yeah.
who knows what.
Yeah, 'cause
But-
those goats used to jump the fence.
Yes.
That's what I heard. And there-
Yeah.
heard some goats back in, but interesting. But what I did find is that the overflow area where the lake overflows into kind of down by Aaron's, it was pretty full like a week ago. And I went there today and it was empty. So it is quickly drying up.
Yes, it is.
And we're gonna start seeing the lake draw down pretty quick here.
I was over to get grass seed and stuff for the lawn today. And I was talking to the guy about, you know, what kind for when, and he said, you know, we're in a 7-year
Yeah,
drought cycle or something. I don't know. I haven't lived here that long.
yeah. They're saying this starting to see signs of a really big El Nino, which is a really
And
strong
that's
warming trend.
bad.
For it,
For
depending on
rain.
how you look at it,
I
yeah.
know, I understand.
But yeah, it's, water temperatures are gonna warm, we're gonna be into this warming trend,
see.
there's gonna be some extreme weather.
It's hard on the cedar trees, I know, cause they need cool and wet.
Yeah,
Here in Northwest.
so
Did you
it's,
find the source of the algae bloom?
based on the color of the algae, I did trace it back upstream a little ways, and there was a groundwater seep that it was originating from, and so it took a little bit of searching and bushwhacking, but we think it might just be really nutrient-rich groundwater, which,
Not like something taking over soon.
no, like an amoeba.
Right, I
And,
see.
Horse Lake, at least it's
We're
got a
already
line, and it's like
We have the
green
says all the
lines,
time.
green,
Yeah.
Disaster.
Right.
Right.
bright
Everything's a
green
disaster.
line.
Yeah.
What is that?
It could be just like a filamentous algae. It's fairly common, and it's what feeds it is the nutrients running off of yards and the stormwater system and everything else. So that's why it's important for lakefront folks to be weary of that and, you know, use that stuff sparingly and cautiously, because it does eventually end up in the lake.
Well, I took a big screen, like you're on a swim pool or whatever,
Oh,
and
yeah.
screened it off, but I'm like, I don't know if this does anything, but.
Yeah.
Have you seen Matt's thing? His rate?
Sorry, yeah.
No.
He got it on Amazon. No, it's really, it's, I mean,
Oh.
It's a rake.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's with a big old long
Yeah.
handle.
But for that.
I was down there in the
algae-
water with my little thing, scooping it over my shoulder.
I think the fish eat that algae because it seems like it kind
Oh,
of
they
goes
do?
away. Like we get a bunch of it and then I don't know if the beavers eat it or the fish eat it or something. but
Frogs.
Or the frogs eat it, but it does.
I'm waiting for those bullfrogs to start doing their sounds.
Right.
Right? You know, it's that time.
You know, we found out every year, it's all over town on the same day. We were at our son's house,
Oh,
and
does that work?
they said, oh, first day we're hearing them. And we came home and ours were doing it too. It's like they all got the message.
Yeah, they all hit that, it's a magic temperature. They just.
Cooper Point, yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for the geese.
Once the water dies,
Yeah. when it dries up,
Yeah.
because it's not any-
Mine is, he gets caught up in
Like
the
a
cat,
comedy.
the
You're in the
air,
bottom.
he gets,
Yeah.
he gets there.
Mine does too, depending on the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she counted 29 babies.
Well, Kathy had a picture of
I have
goslings that was a ton of them.
Yeah.
As long as, like you, was it you that said, but keep them over there.
Yeah, Kathy
You can have them.
It's all.
They come up and they, you know, I mean, my property's long, you know, and they come up the hill and they graze. Oh, yeah, and poop.
Yes, they do that.
They would nap, they were in my yard
And yes,
napping,
napping.
32 babies and 6 adults.
So you have.
This year?
32.
Yeah, like a week ago or
Well,
a day ago.
You keep them over there. Are you feeding?
32
That's
babies,
bad.
yellow babies.
No, we had to quit feeding the birds
Uh-huh.
because gets up there and shakes the feeder and it's on the ground and the ducks and the geese come up and eat. So
And the
we just-
bunnies.
Oh, I don't have any
You
bunnies.
have the bunnies there. Quail.
Squirrel, I think I found
Anyway.
a squirrel's nest.
We got so many critters, it's really cool.
It is cool.
It
Yeah,
really
it
is.
just would not poop.
Did you name it?
That's how
I was just looking at that, I'm like, what is this? So big and dark and just kind of up there, and my mom's like, it's probably a squirrel's
Yeah.
nest.
All the squirrels.
Could be.
Our house.
Because, I mean, I know one year, quite a while ago now, but I went out one day and below one of our trees, we didn't know, you know, but I mean, there's squirrels around, but it was one of the evergreen trees. And a nest had fallen
Mhm.
and these fairly newborn
Mhm.
Oh.
squirrels,
Yeah.
the crows were very interested.
Probably the ones who die.
Hello, roadkill and everything. Hey, we need creatures like that too, right?
French fries.
Right?
So just about any blueberries.
Oh, yes, they'll eat you if there's a bag of French fries.
So are we up to 60 degrees?
Yes, we're approaching that. I took this data maybe two weeks ago. This,
Scratching.
yeah,
Nicely
Do any damage.
this bar is set at 63 degrees. So, yeah, we're,
What's the significance of 60?
that's when I talked to Doug. He kind of looked at the water temperatures, and that 60 to 63 degrees is when we really start seeing plant emergence. And
I see.
the bladderwort starts to really form. So you can, that's when the treatment window essentially starts for them.
Got
So-
all the way to like 75 almost in September last year.
Yeah, it was.
In the
Oh,
shower.
yeah, 80
Yeah.
almost.
I think, yeah, we did have an 80-degree, it touched 80 somewhere.
Yeah. It's true. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, and it got colder this year too, it looks like, in the winter time.
Which is interesting because it wasn't really.
It didn't get very cold.
It didn't freeze.
We had a very mild winter.
The data's doing something weird though here. When we had to reset it, it really got, yeah. So I'm not sure why it's doing that. That was kind of interesting to me.
You see the squiggles on
Yeah,
the squiggle.
pretty consistent until I don't know if we changed the batteries or we did something there. And I had to reset some of the sensors, but
How deep is it where it's taking that measurement?
towards the bottom, it's over by the condos. So it's not on the bottom, but it's, I would say, probably 3 or 4 feet deep.
So it's warmer at the
Shallow.
surface.
Yeah. Yeah, when we were doing the lake temperatures from the boats, we got down towards the bottom, and it was noticeably chillier down there. And then there was no dissolved oxygen down there either, so it was kind of interesting to see the stratification. But so
We got that.
the lake data that we have. We'll be collecting nutrient and clarity data and stuff like that again this year. We took a break from that last year, but we got reinforcements this year, so.
Well, I wanted to say that I went to Iceland in March and I was trying to do my cold plunge preparation in the lake. And today, it's just not cold enough. It did not prepare me for Iceland.
Did you really go in Barnes Lake though in the winter?
Oh, yeah. I'd work out and then I'd go swim in the lake.
Good for you.
But when you go into Iceland and he's cutting a hole in the ice and you say,
Oh.
oh, there, it's a little different.
Yeah,
That's
throwing in some
I
ice cubes or
prepared.
something.
Wow.
So I'm just now looking at the temperatures. I'm like, oh, no wonder I was.
Yeah. Impressed that you went swimming. We need to resurrect the Barnes Lake swim team.
Was there something?
Well, it was a small swim team.
Oh.
Was it competitive?
Right.
I mean, were there competitions?
No.
No.
It was basically anyone who
Anyone who
went
wants to
swimming in the
come.
lake was officially a member of the Barnes Lake
Like-
swim team, and there were 3 of us.
Oh, we'll have to do a summer swim. Also, I wanted to turn in that I listened to the open public records training day. And I feel like I should get more than a piece of paper for having. You gotta think.
And Tootsie Roll in the next one. Yeah, I was gonna try to remember or to remind folks about their open public meetings. If you got an email from me, maybe a couple weeks ago, to remind you, please. Yes.
I have to say, in all seriousness, I didn't understand some of the stuff that they were saying, because it'd be according to RC 349 to with data on the road, and that's like.
Is it all an online thing that? you
Yeah.
can-
Was there a
Okay.
test at the end?
No, thank goodness. no.
Okay.
Is there a chance that she can?
Because there's a lot of different sections and they all are very.
I can't print anything, just sign it.
Oh,
Or you have a blank form or?
I'd say probably PDF.
yeah, might be able to just,
She sent me DocuSign stuff before.
oh, I don't think it's through DocuSign though, with that document.
That ethics.
If
Oh.
you want to.
And I had to do that.
Send it to me,
You're fine.
just the electronic copy.
You said it, if you got
Figure
an
out that way, I can
email,
print
I
it off
know
for you or
it.
something.
Yeah, I don't think
forgot
I
about
did.
that.
You sent it to me.
I got
I got here right out. And they had the link on there and everything, you just click on it and it took you to this. You know, it was just a matter of getting right. And then
Oh, yeah, these
you
are
go to
reviewed
ethics thing.
every so often.
This
You
thing,
can't go off because it'll turn off and you have to press
So if you
continue,
need it,
continue,
you need
you
to,
know,
Oh.
type of
you
thing.
just need assignments, right?
Right.
Class.
You're gonna let it go on
Yeah,
the side over
Before
here.
we totally get derailed, let's officially adjourn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a question. This dam that we had, I lived here in the early eighties, I lived in Barnes Lake condominium there. And, there was flooded there over the dam, it was flooded pretty high, and it would go, and the neighbor's property would be a lake back in that area for it, because it would plug up the, flowing out the exit there through the freeway. How high is that dam, and is that what the top level is there? Can we raise it, dam, or is it set at a certain thing?
It's set, for the most part, it's set right where it's at. It is at, and it's all in relation to sea level, so it's like 155 feet or something.
Okay, cause I remember when just walk down, you could walk down years ago and see how high it was, they have a spot where it come out, it's flood out, and it's all clay there. But I wonder if it was still the same height or it's gone up or down, or we did investigations, because like I said, it was 40-some years ago.
Have you ever been and seen?
Huh?
What was the system that they put in?
It's still there, I mean, it's
7 or 8
still
years.
fundamentally the same
I mean, it's,
system.
yeah.
I was just wondering, have you ever checked it out, cause when we were there, you had that one place, and I thought about raising it by putting a piece of plywood there where it exited out. We could raise that lake up real high, cause it wasn't coming out, but I think you got it buried.
The city monitors it very closely, I think, especially when it's rainy.
Yeah, we've got it set to where it's not affecting private property. We had some flood events where it was flooding out backyards and stuff, and a lot of it was related to beaver activity in the lake.
Yeah.
And so they build up that area, and
Okay.
what we did is it's called a flexible leveler, and we put up basically a big pipe through that beaver dam, so it regulates the water level to a certain height, and then it discharges out that pipe. And then it doesn't
Okay.
flood.
Well, there was no beaver dam before, they just had, it was just a man-made thing they put back in 1959, whatever it was, which is clay. And on the far end up there by DOT, that's where the water came out. And it was just a clay thing, and like I said, when it got flooded, I'd walk out there and see, we got a lot of water coming over, so I thought it might wear out over the years, but apparently it hasn't, it's still same level.
Yeah, it's still sitting there.
Can you still walk out there, there's all grass out there, how do you get to that dam?
We go out into Lark Street.
Yeah, level.
Yeah, so
Okay,
there's
sometimes, okay.
a trail still, I went out there today, and it's a little bit of blackberries and stuff kind of coming over it, but
Okay, yeah,
it's still there.
sometimes good, yeah.
One other question.
Yes.
Not really pertaining to lake, but it pertains to city of Tumwater. How do we find where it says, this is what we're doing at the corner of Linwood and Second, or this is what we're doing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, or this is what we're doing with the old Olympia Free.
No.
Maybe adjourn.
Let's adjourn.
Let's adjourn.
Yeah.
Let's adjourn.
I just wondered if there's a site you can go to that shows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yes, on there. I did, a week ago Monday. In the morning, I wrote a letter to the mayor. It's